Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Hello everyone, I would like to now deliver the Dharma message for our special Shuso Gotan-e Fujimatsuri service. I'd like to begin by reading a poem attributed to Shinran Shonin, so you can join me in Gassho. We may think I will view the cherry blossoms tomorrow, but a storm could arise in the night. Asu ari to omou kokoro no adazakura, yowa ni arashi no fukanu mono kawa. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Okay, thank you. Today is a very special service. We are commemorating the birth of our founder, Shinran Shonin. I think not only his birth, but his early life, and just Shinran Shonin's teachings in general. Now, this poem that I read was said to have been spoken by Shinran Shonin, the founder of our school, when he was 9 years old. It's pretty amazing. I think that his life was pretty difficult, his early life, so that there were problems maybe with his family's fortunes. We don't really know, but it is said that at age 9, he entered the monastery. He became a monk, age 9, right? 9 years old. He had to leave his family, get ordained, and then go live on the mountain in Mount Hiei. And so when he went to the temple, Shorenin, which is in the eastern hills of Kyoto, it was kind of late. It was later in the afternoon or even early evening. And so the monk there thought, maybe we should do this tomorrow. It's kind of too late to do it now. And then Shinran is said to have spontaneously composed this poem. And so I'll read it again. So you picture this, right? Young Shinran, 9 years old, he goes to become a monk. And the head monk there says, let's do it tomorrow. And he says, we may think I'll view the cherry blossoms tomorrow, but a storm might arise in the night. Right? And so the monk heard this, right, from this young child and thought, wow, he really understands impermanence. And said, okay, you're going to get ordained now. Right? Now this poem, right, we think to ourselves, I'll go tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Right? In this case, view the cherry blossoms. That's something that Japanese people do. It's part of Japanese culture, right? But then Shinran realizes, if I put it off till tomorrow they might not be there, right? There might be a storm. Kind of like recently, right? We've had some rain suddenly and bad weather, and so we might have thought, I'm going to go look at those nice flower blossoms tomorrow. But if we wait and then there's rain and storm and wind at the nighttime, when we go out the next day, it's all on the ground, right? It's all been blown off the tree. And so Shinran had this insight into impermanence. So I think the head monk was really, really impressed and knew that Shinran was something really special. And so he had him ordained then. So it's kind of interesting when you go to become a Jodo Shinshu minister, like I did, like Reverend Michael did, like Reverend Harada, our new bishop did, Reverend Umezu, right? All these BCA ministers, Jodo Shinshu ministers, when we get ordained, it's in early evening. And different times a year, it might be brighter at the same time, might be brighter or darker depending on the time of year, but they shut the curtains. Right, they turn off the electric lights. It's only traditional lights. So it's really, really kind of powerful experience to get ordained because we're kind of having this experience like Shinran Shonin. Now we're really lucky, I think, because we kind of get both kinds of Buddhism. One kind of Buddhism is to try and be perfect, right? To try and hold the Buddha's teachings perfectly. Right, and to try and be a perfect person, right? To have right view, right thought, right speech, all of those, the Eightfold Path, do it perfect, 100%. Do the golden chain, to really, really do that, 100%. Right? And so what is it? Let's see. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. Right? So if in this kind of Buddhism, right, it's a Buddhism we want to try to do, right? It gives us this goal, right, to be kind and gentle to every living thing. That doesn't just mean people. It doesn't just mean my family. It doesn't just mean people in my country, right? Every living thing means be kind and gentle to animals, be kind and gentle to insects, be kind and gentle to fish, be kind and gentle to my enemies, be kind and gentle to every single living thing. Right? So this Buddhism is really powerful, right? And I think a lot of people try to do it, right? And it's something that even I try to do, aspire to do. Right? It's what we want to have as our goal, right? As our highest ideal, right? To try to be like Buddha. But Shinran Shonin also taught another way. Right? Shinran Shonin taught a way where you want to be yourself, right? And realize that by myself, I'm not kind and gentle to every single living thing out there, right? Anytime I eat a ham sandwich, or chicken teriyaki, or salmon, or any kind of meat, right? I'm not being kind and gentle. I'm eating something that was alive. And so Shinran Shonin, I think, encountered this too in his own life, right? He lived on the mountain for 20 years. He was a monk for 20 years after that time of 9 years old. Until 29, he lived in the monastery. But then at that time, I think he was trying so hard and realized he just couldn't do it and left the mountain. But fortunately, he encountered a new teaching, Namo Amida Butsu. He encountered his teacher, Honen Shoni. Right? And in this teaching, it's to be yourself. I call it Be Yourself Buddhism. Right? BYB. Right? It's not a Buddhism of trying to be something you're not. It's a Buddhism of being yourself. But it's not only myself, it's also, at the same time, Namo Amida Butsu. At the same time, listening to the teachings. At the same time, realizing Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Path, Golden Chain, right? All these incredible high-level teachings, right? To try and be perfect. But when I can't be like that, when I can't be perfect, realize it, see it, and then realize, whoa, even though I'm not perfect, Amida Buddha still embraces me. Amida Buddha still accepts me. And so with this teaching, realizing, wow, I wanted to be like that, I tried, but Namo Amida Butsu, I couldn't do it, it didn't work. But then realizing, wow, but then I learned something about myself. I learned, yeah, I'm not perfect. Right? I learned, yeah, I do get mad, kind of like I was saying last week about when you get sad or grumpy or stressed out, right? It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to see that. It's important, actually, to see that, right? To really feel it. Right? And then realize, though, Namo Amida Butsu. Wow, it's okay. Amida Buddha accepts me as I am, right? Even though I'm not perfect. Maybe even because I'm not perfect, right? That Amida Buddha accepts me. And loves me, embraces me. Right? And so actually, I think when we realize that, right, we say Namo Amida Butsu, we realize, whoa, that's kind of part of who I am, right? That I'm changed, right? I'm different. Next time, maybe I'll do the same thing. Next time, maybe not. Right? But each time, right, be willing to see myself, be willing to be honest with myself, right? And then saying Namo Amida Butsu, thinking about the Buddha, thinking about Buddha's teachings, and realizing, oh, okay, wow, this is an incredible teaching. I'm really glad I met Buddhism. It gives me so many teachings, so many ways to be, so many ways to think about my life, and at the same time, lets me be truly who I am. Now, the neat thing about the Shinran Shonin poem, we may think, I will view the cherry blossoms tomorrow, but a storm might arise in the night. He's also saying, do it. Just do it. Don't put it off, right? Realize life is fleeting, right? Realize, wow, things are always changing. We never know what's going to happen. Right? I think that's part of like in the Three Treasures that Reverend Endo read, right? When it says, difficult is it to be born into human life, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Buddha Dharma, now we hear it. Right? And so it's not something to take for granted. Right? It's not something to be like, yeah, I'll do that next week. Right? I'll try and improve next year. Right? I'll wait till New Year's time and make a New Year's resolution. Right now, I'm not going to bother. Right? A Shinran Shonin here is saying, no, don't wait. Don't put it off. Right? Do your best. Try at least. Right? Try each time to do it. Right? Try to be your best each time. Try and take advantage of the opportunities that we're given. Right? And so this poem, really profound, coming from a 9-year-old. But I know it's not, adults aren't necessarily smarter than everybody else, right? A lot of time kids have special wisdom too, right? And I think that was, Shinran Shonin was a very special kid. Shinran Shonin was a very incredible, special child who grew into, I think, a very caring adult, but also a very human adult. And wanted to spread this teaching, which is why we have the temple, which is why we try and listen to the Dharma, right? So that we can hear this message and take it to heart into my life. I know it's hard, right? And especially now, nothing's like normal, right? And so kind of like I was saying last week, sometimes it's just really hard and we get upset or we get stressed out, and that's okay too. Right? But I think Shinran would want us to realize that, to be aware of that. Right? And that remember that Namo Amida Butsu is a big part of all this too. I know it's not normal for us to say that just in our kind of everyday life, but you can say it to yourself in your head. You can say it out loud anytime. You don't have to wait until you're at church. Right? And so as we go on into this next week, these next months, right, with all the difficulties that we have in life, know that Shinran Shonin is thinking about us. That's kind of the words of the song, right? That when I find myself in difficulty, I find that Shinran Shonin is with me. When I find myself in difficulty, I find Amida Buddha is with me. Like I said last week, Amida Buddha is with you no matter what. So thank you very much for joining us for our special Gotan-e Fujimatsuri service celebrating the birth and early life of Shinran Shonin, our founder. So why don't we conclude with Gassho, and I'll read the poem one more time. We may think, I will view the cherry blossoms tomorrow, but a storm could arise in the night. Asuari to omou kokoro no adazakura, yowa ni arashi no fukanu mono kawa. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo.